What's up, y'all? What's up? I know I've been messing for so long. I'm embarrassed that I've been going for so long, and I just want to say welcome, and I apologize for real, because I know that it's lame that I get everybody all worked up and then fall off for 10,000 years or whatever. But I'm back. I'm back for real. I'm back, and I got some stuff I want to talk about. That's the reason why I'm doing this, y'all, because I said to myself, self, there's so much going on in the world, and I have so many opinions about everything, and I don't think it's cool that I'm not expressing these opinions, and this is things that we just need to talk about. So, I want to start out with the most insane topic right now, which is basically your boy Kels. We just gonna jump right into I can't even explain to y'all how I feel about this situation. Let me turn the music down because this is about to get real. Now, I want to know who actually saw the reality show. It was crazy. For those of you who did not go out and see it, please go see it. It's on Lifetime. Because you're not even going to believe, you're dead not going to believe how sick and insane that these stories got. Okay, and all these women are just they're not lying. There's no possible way that all these women are freaking making and conjuring up it's the type of story that you cannot make up. Okay, so that is why I'm convinced. Okay, I'm convinced that the man is very unwell. Okay, and actually I want to start out by just saying that his story is a prime example of how hurt people. Because this is somebody who was born into a family who did not protect him. Okay? He was not protected. He had I believe it was his sister molesting him. His older sister, blood sister, molesting him. And I think there was some male older figure as well who did it to him as well as his brothers. Okay, so we're talking about a child who was being taken fully advantage of for years. I think it was from 6 to 13. And y'all gotta forgive me. I ain't got all my receipts together or whatever, because I'm just going off the top of the dome right now. But I know I've heard enough. I've heard enough, and I know that this was a child who was not protected the way he was supposed to be protected, and in turn ended up being somebody who was basically only doing what he knew, which was to take advantage of younger, the power shift. He needed that power shift. His power was taken from him, and then eventually he grew to take power from others who were not able to defend themselves, just like he was not able to defend himself. Now, I'm not making no excuses for this man, but what I'm saying is that hide your kids, hide your wife. Okay, that was not a joke. It was a joke when it came out, but it has relevancy in these types of stories. Hide your kids, hide your wife, because if you don't, you can bet your bottom dollar that somebody is going to take full advantage. I've got a child myself. I don't let nobody watch her except for my mama. Okay? And my mama did a damn good job holding me down, so I know she's going to do 10 times better with her granddaughter. And I watch her do it every single day, literally. I work a full-time. I'm a single mom. I know the struggle of a single mother. And so I am not trusting my child with anyone else except for my blood mother. And I would never, I really honestly, between me or her, that's it. So it's I just put a post on my wall that said, stop letting the new boyfriend watch or babysit your child. Stop doing that. Don't do that, ladies, young mothers, old mothers. Cause y'all be tripping too. Don't leave your children with people that you do not know, that you have not known. that you can't attest to, that you don't have funny feelings about. Okay, you got funny feelings. If that thought even briefly crossed your mind, you need to be considering someone else. Straight out. Off the jump. It doesn't need, like, this is a sad story. Okay? He was taken advantage of, and now he's taking advantage of others. And the laundry list is crazy. The laundry list is crazy. I'm just devastated. Like, I can't even express and explain how sad it made me to watch these girls tell their stories. You know, it was really, really, really like a pathetic situation. And I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get the move right. I was in tears. I couldn't even fight back tears. I'm not even gonna lie. When I saw that mother have to go to the hotel to go convince her grown child. Okay, I think that she's like 16 or 17 years old. Maybe she's even old. Maybe she's 19. She might be a grown woman at this point. I don't know. But that girl was scared shitless to leave that hotel room. Okay, and she's out there with that other one that everybody knows from TMZ. She was floating around with her. And it's just ridiculous because she was thinking about not showing up. She didn't even know how to, when her mother showed up at the hotel, like, I'm not trying to do a spoiler alert, but, you know, or I should do a spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. The girl shows up at, the mother shows up at the girl's hotel room to save her daughter. She hadn't seen her daughter in forever long. And it was like the fear in this girl's face at just the thought of, oh shit, my mother's here. I can't tell my mother no, because she's in my face, and my mother is my mother. I love her. You could tell the love was real. And the mother was just pleading from the bottom of her heart, come home. I need you to come home. And she was just looking around like, oh my God, what are these people doing here? The camera, da, da, da. But she immediately wanted to flee. And the point is that they had to come up with this whole strategic thing. And it's like, bro, it's like, don't let your child go out like that. A lot of these, when I hear a lot of these stories, I say to myself, okay, here's where you went wrong as a parent. I'm not blaming the parents, but I know there's plenty of moments that those parents knew that they could have done things differently. They could have said, okay, you know, because I guess there was like some chaperone supposed to be with some of them. And it's like, if you're not the chaperone, don't trust nobody else, period. That's number one. If you yourself as the mother or the father are not the chaperone, don't think that somebody else can do your job. Don't. Okay? We ain't seen nothing from Azriel. Where is Azriel? I'm still trying to figure out where Azriel is. And if y'all see the show, y'all will understand who I'm talking about. Where is Azriel? She a 21-year-old girl now. She been with this man since she was like 16 or something like that. It's like ridiculous. So, you know, it was devastating. And I do believe that at this point, the whole campaign for Mute R. Kelly, like, when I'm not going to flex, when I first saw that hashtag Mute R. Kelly, I was like in shock. I was like, oh snap, they're really coming for him. Like this is really happening, you know. I didn't think it was ever gonna happen. And when it did, I was shocked. I was like, wow. And I was also too a little bit like not sure if I should be jumping on the bandwagon because I've loved his music for years. I'm not gonna flex. I do think he's a genius on music, as far as music is concerned. I loved a lot of his albums. Listened to over and over and over. And now when I listen to it, I can still like, you know, listen to it and say, damn, this was my jam or whatever. But excuse me, what I can't do is forget these stories. I cannot forget these stories. And now when I think about him, I'm thinking to myself, damn, this motherfucker was bad. He had a whole entire society not seeing what was basically like hiding in plain sight, as they say in the film. He was literally hiding in plain sight. The lyrics were telling us exactly what the hell was going on. Okay? I do think he romanticized a lot of shit, you know, because he's naturally a romantic lyricist. But in real life, he was straight torturing these girls. I mean, torture. Not like blood or whatever, but like mental torture. Mind control to the utmost degree. Mental assassination. Okay? Personal power gone. When you're a young girl, you don't know how to stand up to grown-ass men. He knew that. He knew that. And, again, back to the parents. Teach your children about these crazy ass men out here in this world. Teach your children about the crazy men and women in the world. Because real talk, there's crazy men and there's crazy women. And when I say crazy, I'm literally referring to, once again, the hurt people who are out to hurt people. Okay, because that's all it boils down to. It's a vicious cycle. Okay, and I'm really mad about it. I'm so sad for these girls. I'm just so sad that some of these women lost their virginity to this man. Okay, these are their childhood memories. He is a part of their childhood memories, and they're horrid. They're horrid. And it's like, my shit wasn't perfect, but I'm just saying it wasn't that. Okay? So I'm just like so devastated when I think, and actually to some degree, like I can actually relate to that whole like power taken, not on some rape shit ever, but like, thank God. But like, I understand like that shift in power where as a young girl, you can look up to older men and you can see there's maybe something that you would like to acquire or whatever, you think you're trying to be grown or whatever, you think you can keep up, you think you can hang, because that's the whole thing, is like all these people are saying, oh, they want, yeah, but there's often times that you actually think you want something that you have no idea what your ass about to catch, literally and figuratively, because actually these women caught STDs, some of these women have caught STDs from this man. He's going around passing out herpes like the plague. Excuse me. So long story short, I just really, I'm so upset. What's up? I need you to just give me 1 second, okay? Okay, close the door. I will come see you. Love you. No. I'm not even gonna tell y'all what to know. Bye. Bye. Alright, where was I? So, I don't quite, I think I was talking about how, like, the power shift can be, the power can be seductive. And it's like, as young girls, you think you want to be a part of, this grandiose sort of world, or really the ambiance. Because, men be selling dreams. Grown men, they always selling a dream to young girls. And now y'all got to stop. Speaking directly to y'all grown men out there, and even not necessarily young girls, but just women. Y'all know we are lovers eternally. Women have love written all over their freaking forehead. And it's like, don't sell us dreams, okay? Don't do that, especially if we're significantly younger than you. I don't like that. I don't like that, okay? I don't like it. And you shouldn't like it either. You shouldn't be proud of it, and you shouldn't condone it, and you should just stop doing it, okay? Be real. Hey, I'm transient right now. This is really sort of what I'm doing. And, hey, don't, if you know that that's not what she wants, don't take anything from her, period. Don't accept anything from her. That's the advice I would like to give. If you know that she's looking for something more, don't accept what she's giving. Because eventually that shit's gonna hit the fan. And trust me, I've just actually recently experienced something very uncomfortably similar. So, and it wasn't cool. It's like, we're naturally romantic, what do you call it, hopeless romantics. Y'all know that. Come on, y'all know that. So don't be out here taking advantage of people. But anyway, on another note, it seems that R. Kelly is about to get exactly what's coming to him. It's been a long time coming. We talking Aaliyah from when she was like 14, talking about that was her best friend, and he's like 30. No, that was the TV answer to I'm being taken advantage of. And it's like, I appreciate the fact that those women were up there talking about her story as well, because a lot of people have been hiding her story. People who knew her story were hiding her story. And I'm glad that, because Aaliyah was near and dear to my heart. I loved Aaliyah. Aaliyah, you couldn't tell me nothing. I thought I was Aaliyah, honey. That was my girl. And she still is. And when I look back at those photos of the two of them, I'm thinking, damn, she was a young girl with some grown ass shit going on. Okay? It seems like she had like a real and then to be like, coming out as an artist, you gotta like what do you call it? Like, put on the show or whatever. Um, she was a really good entertainer in real life, but she was also really good at hiding what was going on inside of her. Literally and figuratively. Um, but I'm mainly I'm referring to like the emotional terrain that I'm sure a 14-year-old girl, 15-year-old girl marrying a grown ass man, 30 damn near. He's like 27 and 28. Like, come on. I'm sure what like all the shit, and then it's like this is happening in front of the world. And you gotta try to play it cool. See, that was what was so cool about Aaliyah. She had that swag, she had that thing. She had that natural thing where nobody really knew what the heck was going on. We knew about the marriage, we seen it, whatever, but it was still a girl who was probably in love with a grown ass man. Probably having these sexual relationships or whatever, sexual encounters with a grown man, and still able to get in the studio, still able to make these bomb hits, still able to make amazing shows and do interviews and like not blow the situation up. That's a lot for a 14-year-old girl. I can only imagine what she was going through, and it's like, damn, man, you did that to her for what? I don't even want to really start questioning him, because I just believe that when you get screwed over as a child, you don't have no compass gauge. Something happens to the brain, and it is like, and I think at some point, somebody said that he came to him, I think it was like his manager at the time, and was like, yo, I can't stop. I have a problem. I can't stop. So he was aware that he had something going on inside of him, his head and his heart, that he had no control over. And he was looking to get help. I don't know what happened. I don't know, I believe Aaliyah got pregnant at one point, actually. I don't know what happened. But it's just sad, guys. It just, I really just wanted to come up here and talk about this, because I'm really sad about how things went for a lot of those girls. And I know it's about to be really bad for Kels. For sure, the ride, the whole, like they say, the ride is over. His ride is over. It's coming to a very abrupt stop. So, he got to figure it out. He needs to be taught that this is not okay. One way or another. He has got to be taught. And, he done gave us all the music in the world. He don't need to give us no more. You want some Kels, you got plenty of it. Okay? You just go to YouTube and you do whatever you do, but he needs to take a long sabbatical, okay? And think, like they say, sit in the corner and think about what you did. That's what he needs to do, literally. He does need to serve some time so he can sit down, I believe, and or put him in the mental hospital, so he can get that reverse not psychology, but just undo all this mental damage that has been done to him, undo all this emotional damage that has been done to him, so that he can stop trying to damage other people. It's all very emotional, very psychological. So, he's sick. That's just the bottom line. And I don't mean it like, oh, you sick fuck, but I mean he's literally unwell. When somebody's unwell spiritually, emotionally, mentally, you can't expect certain things from them. And that's just the truth. So we're talking about somebody who could easily be considered, a mental patient or whatever. It's the same type of stuff. Sociopathic, it's all very relative. So, I hope that he gets to a place where he needs to be, so that this vicious cycle can end. And I hope that everybody who is on this vicious cycle can see that and this is why I encourage you guys to go see Surviving R. Kelly by Lifetime. Go pay for it, whatever. It's worth it. I was glued to the damn TV screen. I couldn't even believe what was going on in this show. Couldn't even believe it. So go see it, because it's hard to watch, but it's worth the watch, because you are going to come out a lot more enlightened. Okay, about those, especially for those who are still riding for him. Oh, he ain't do. No, he did it. He did it to a lot of women, and actually, they are kind of low key insinuating that he did it with men too. He did it to men, and or with men. I don't know exactly all the ins and outs. I do believe there was a guy who was disguising his voice on the show. Shit, it went down, y'all. He was out there. He's been out there for quite a while. So he needs to be helped. And that's how I feel about that. So I just had to jump back in with, some heavy stuff. Let me stop cursing. I had to jump back in with some heavy stuff because it's much needed right now. And I really do miss doing this kind of stuff. It was part of. Some of you guys remember me from the show. I used to do radio. I'm not gonna mention the radio station. I'm not even gonna give them that because they played themselves, but we ain't even gonna go there. They lost. What is it? You might win some, but you just lost one. You might win some, but you just lost one. Hey, yeah, that. So I ain't gonna shout them out, but a lot of you guys have been rocking with me for a while, and I just wanted to let you know I still have broadcasting in my heart. I care about sharing truth, justice, and light, peace, and all that good stuff. This is one topic I really wanted to talk about because this is an old topic for me. Actually, I actually did a radio show a very long time ago, not with the one that I was not mentioning, but I did it with a good friend of mine, and I haven't talked to him in years, but I did at the time. He brought a friend of mine brought me on on his radio show, and we actually were discussing this stuff. I think right when the damn tape dropped, shortly after the tape dropped. Y'all know that tape I'm talking about. So this has been on my spirit for quite a while. So that's why I had to jump right into that like that. I just needed to get that one off my chest, y'all. So other than that, the Buzz Queen is back. I will try to do as much updating as possible. I wanted to get into the Jussie Smollett thing. Shout out to my boy Donnell Macklin who gave me the very extra hot tea on that. But we're gonna get into that the next time I come around. I got a lot of mixed feelings about the Jussie Smollett thing, so I will reserve my judgment. I do hope that he's okay, doing better, whether it was legitimate or not, because there's a lot of speculation, but, regardless, I just want my boy to be okay, because that's my boy. He gave me a lot of joy, okay? Watching Empire, I was very happy. I love him. Shout out to Jussie Smollett for being an amazing artist on so many facets. And yeah, like I said, I just want him to be okay. And like I said, we'll get into the details of all that madness later. Next go round. But stick with your girl. You be all right. Stick with the Buzz Queen. I will be buzzing. Shout out to all my buzz ones out there. And yeah, y'all have a great evening. And thank you for watching. It has been absolutely real. Peace.